Being a scarletist is more than devotion to a deity, more than a simple style of life, more than papers and paragraphs, and I'm going to explain it, the scarletist mindset, in the following sections. 1. Our view on the world and existence within it. 2. How we deal with personal problems and improvement. 3. What we value, what we seek to embody, and how we carry ourselves. Starting with firstly our view on the world and our existence within it, we look out in the infinite expanse of space, the endless stars and planets, and instead of falling into a nihilistic, we're small and inconsequential, our lives mean nothing, we look at it, the endless divine creation, and see ourselves as part of something much larger than ourselves, and we as individuals are something special. Because truth is, you are the only you to exist, and you have a special place here, now, among all of it. No matter how small and consequential you feel, you are special, and you have a place among everything. As for how we deal with personal problems and improvement, however, we on the Lord's path have a special approach. While we know that ultimately you are ever given the opportunity to grow, to become more, and while it's ultimately good to self-improve and be a better person, pacing yourself and not going too far ahead of yourself is also wise, lest you get burned out. However, our approach to more difficult issues, ones that can't be fixed in a reasonable way, or fixed at all, is a special one, which can be best described as this. Whilst once your ball and chain shall become your flail, hammer, or mace. Essentially, finding a way to turn a weakness into a strength that you can leverage to your advantage or to help others with. Some examples being, you're extremely short, less than 3 foot tall. Sure, you can't reach the top shelf, but you are compact. You can fit into places nobody else can, which can be useful for getting under things or into tight spaces. You could be unable to write a serious story and it always end up being unintentionally funny. Well, you could lean into that and write a comedy instead. If you have like a massive scar across your face, you could find clothing or a style that goes with it instead of trying to hide it. Make yourself stand out in a way where people compliment you for it instead of hiding it. Have a missing hand or foot? Need a prosthetic? Well, if you learn to make your own custom ones, you can have whatever you want there. A realistic prosthetic that looks like a human hand, a Terminator arm, like that one scene where Arnie takes off the skin revealing the robot hand underneath. You could have a crab claw, you could have a sword, you could have a gun, you could have whatever you want there. Really, it's up to you. If you can't draw human anatomy without it looking inhuman, you could lean into that, you could draw creatures, monsters, animals, etc. My point here is finding a way to turn a weakness into a strength and playing that to your advantage for your benefit or helping others is how we as scarletists go about solving things that can't be fixed in a reasonable way, or get around problems that flat out can't be fixed. As for what we value, what we seek to embody, and how we carry ourselves, we walk His divine path, given before us by the Lord, and on that path we value the following. The first is self-control. This extends to many things. Keeping one's vices under control, not letting oneself be consumed by their emotions, overall, control over yourself and managing what goes on within you is a very important ability to have. 2 is self-improvement, for innovation in yourself is a keystone of success. Be it in skill, growing as a person, maturity, development, knowledge, it's overall a benefit. 3rd is self-sufficiency, because being able to do things yourself and standing on your own 2 feet is pivotal. This can extend to pretty much anything skill-wise, but overall being self-sufficient is important because it greatly enables one to do so much more. 4 is cooperation with others, because while self-sufficiency is greatly important, no one man is an island. Being kind enough to reach out and help others builds connection and builds communities, and the more hands reach out to help one another, the stronger a community becomes. Number 5 is drive, diligence. Having a desire to push onwards, to see things through, is what makes great things happen. Without it, fair to say little would be happening. Number 6 is understanding and curiosity. It's human nature to be curious, to learn and explore, to ask questions. We value this because one small discovery can open a door to great news, opportunity, and lots else. Number 7 is awareness. Opening your eyes, knowing yourself and how things around you operate is key to everything. Improvement, growth, connection, knowledge, literally everything essentially. Number 8 is patience, because balance between work and life are key, but learning to maintain that balance is critical, or else you either become overworked and overburdened, or you become sluggish and lethargic, neither of which will do you any good. Number 9 is righteousness, the ability to see all the evil in the world, decide that something has to be done about it, that it needs to go, be dealt with, because if you have a world without justice, without order, without a strong sense of what is right, Cruelty will run rampant, laying its hands on whatever innocent it wishes to defile or destroy for its own satisfaction. And number 10 is hope. Without its light, there is little to drive us onwards. We do everything we can to keep that light shining for us and for others. We Skarlotists carry and embody these values through ourselves, because without them, without guiding principles, without a path to walk, all we would have is an aimless desire to self-improve with nothing to innovate or grow for, which in the end would serve no true purpose, among no community devoid of connection or place. Which is why those values to us are part of the very mindset, because in our view on our place in the world and existence and our approach to personal improvement, all three of those form a comprehensive whole and work together, forming the mindset. In summary, we Skarlotists view living among the infinite universe as something that makes you special. We find strength and capability in things that would otherwise be issues, and we carry our values through ourselves, as they are the backbone of how a community comes together and how people come to grow, all of which forms the mindset. Is there a theological religious aspect of Skarlotism? Yes. The values we embody, all of it, is a divine path given to us. However, that aspect is worthy of its own discussion. This video is primarily focused on the actual mindset. But ultimately, what does it mean to me? What does it mean to be a Skarlotist? To me, it means a lot. It gives me a true sense of purpose, one that allows me to reach out to others by the hand and carry them in their time of need. It gives me a sense of belonging, being part of something so much larger than myself. It gives me a sense of direction, focus, and reason. It empowers me with values that I in turn embody and carry within myself, extending to others as I walk His divine path. It gives me a closer feeling to God, to the divine, all of that among so much more. But why? Why am I explaining all this? Because I know deep down that this is what I follow, and I'm making this video to clarify and explain all of this for those who may be interested in following the same path. So if you feel that this may be for you, my best advice is to give it a look. I hope you find your place within this as I did. Sources will be cited in the description. And with that, I hope you have a blessed day. Remember, the Lord's path is open for you. You'll need to reach out for the light. I will hopefully see you around. But for now, goodbye.